Hello my friends, how's everyone's day today? My name is Brendan or BJ, and in this video, we will be discussing Tails' roles in the Sonic movies. Not Tails as a character in general, he's fine as a character in general, but in the Sonic movies. In Sonic 1, 2, and 3. And we're just mentioning 1 anyway because he is in the post-credit scene, or the end credit scene, so it's worth mentioning. And I actually took this video down. I made this video a couple months ago. I posted it a couple months ago too. I took it down for some reason, but today I re-uploaded it, so I really hope you enjoyed this video about Tails' roles in the movies, and if you are a Sonic fan, Tails fan, whatever, I hope I make some good points in this video as well that you will enjoy. So the amount of time that I recorded this video was like in a span of 3 days. I don't know why. So in the video, you can see me having different clothes on because it was literally a day of like recording, then the next day. So it was like a span of 3 days. I don't know why it took so long to just record this video, but yeah, so I hope you enjoy, and yeah. Alright, so let's start things off by mentioning Sonic 1 in 2020. So Tails was actually in the first Sonic movie. He was in the end credit scene, and that's where we officially see Tails the Fox. He was definitely redesigned in the next movie, and literally the movie after that. I think every character was. But yeah, so we see Tails, end credit scene, jumping out of his ring portal that he created. I think he moves to the edge of the cliff and says a few words to himself, like he wants to find Sonic and help him, and that's where he buzzes off, and that's where the first movie ends of the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie. And yeah, it's really important to mention Tails in the first Sonic movie because, first of all, that's where we officially first see him. Secondly, that's when we knew that, wow, he's going to be the new character in the next movie in the next 2 years. And that's where he's going to potentially have his own spotlight and, you know, basically his own movie. But the thing is, Tails was not the only major character introduced in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. There was another major character that we needed to have to complete Team Sonic, and that was Knuckles. What's really funny to think about is that the movie title of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 could have been switched, totally switched, to Sonic and Knuckles, the movie. That would be it. That would be just the Sonic movie 2, because of how big of a role Knuckles really had, and how much limelight he really achieved in not just the movies, but in his own show after Sonic 2. And yeah, Knuckles got his own series. I don't know why Tails didn't. I mean, I guess just being with Sonic is enough, you know? And just being in the movie with Sonic and just being that natural, you know, duo is really a big enough role. Tails' existence in Sonic 2 is still there, but his role was not as big enough as Knuckles, let alone Sonic. I mean, Knuckles and Sonic both had emotional backstories. Knuckles mentioned his Echidna tribe in Sonic 2, and Sonic actually mentions Longclaw, I think, in Sonic 1, 2, and 3, so in all the movies so far. But Tails doesn't really have a backstory. Do we really see a backstory? Has there been anything showing about a backstory about Tails in the Sonic movies? I mean, every character must have a backstory, and it's valuable to know, really, about what happened, you know, to Tails and how he got here and who he is today. But the only backstory we sort of got in Sonic 2, actually, was kind of like a past thing. Not really way back, but he was on his home planet looking at his computer screen or something and looking at Earth and looking at Sonic there. And that's when he knew Sonic's existence, and that's when he wanted to help. And that's when Tails' journey began with Sonic. And that's where he is in Sonic 2. Sonic and Knuckles are kind of oddly connected in a way because many years ago, Longclaw was trying to save Sonic when he was just a little hedgehog from the Echidna tribe. And way back, Knuckles actually might have been one of those Echidnas from that same Echidna tribe trying to capture Sonic. So I guess Knuckles and Sonic do deserve their own backstories in the movies because it really ties in perfectly and connects perfectly to where they are now. But yes, this video is about Tails, and it would have been really nice to see his own backstory in the movie, just like Knuckles and Sonic, but I guess it would have been too much work. And yes, Tails is still a really important character in Sonic 2. I mean, he's a part of Team Sonic. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, the iconic trio. Tails definitely helped Sonic in a couple situations, like that one time when Sonic was pinned to the tree by Knuckles, that one night, and Tails got the car, grabbed Sonic, and drove off. And also when they were driving off, Evo, Robotnik, and Knuckles were chasing them, and Tails flew Sonic to safety. And yeah, so little things like that really help Tails, be recognized as brave and heroic. However, there was really one big important scene in Sonic 2 without Tails, and that was fighting for the Master Emerald on that island with just Evo, Robotnik, Knuckles, and Sonic. Tails wasn't even there to witness anything, and Sonic was the only one to just go across the ocean and to fight it for himself against Knuckles and Evo Robotnik without Tails' help. Funny thing is, Tails actually did want to help, but I guess he was just better off being safe with Tom and Maddie and not really helping Sonic with anything until eventually Tails picked both Knuckles and Sonic up by his red biplane. But in the end, Tails the Fox is still a really important and major character in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. He is the gadget guy, he knows how to fly a plane. And yeah, so he still really helped both Knuckles and Sonic defeat Evo Robotnik at the very end. And his role in Sonic 2 was not great but good, but just not good enough. Alright, so now we'll be talking about Sonic 3. I really want to make this as short as I can because I know it's been a long video, especially the segment of Tails, movie Tails' performance in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. But yeah, so let's just talk about the third movie for a little bit, because it definitely is very important, obviously, for movie Tails, and how his roles were handled and everything. So yes, Tails definitely improved in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 with his roles, his screen time, and just being, the loyal sidekick he is. But one other thing, before we get into the third movie, another thing about Knuckles that affected Tails quite a bit was that Knuckles didn't really have an end credit scene. He was literally introduced in one of the very first scenes of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which kind of threw Tails off. And yeah, I mean, Knuckles and Tails couldn't share one single end credit scene in Sonic 1. If Knuckles did have an end credit scene, it would be at the end of Sonic 2, which then we would have to wait for a whole nother movie to, see Shadow and so on and so forth. So it really just had to blend in. And I guess you can say Knuckles and Tails shared the spotlight. But yet again, we have another very important character introduced in Sonic 3, which is Shadow the Hedgehog. But the thing is, with introducing new characters, every Sonic movie is kind of a bit of a risk, because then, obviously those characters that are shown in the new movies will definitely be spotlighted in that movie, in their own movie. And then they're gonna just be background characters once the next movie comes along. Just new characters get introduced, more and more characters just don't get spotlighted and just move and just blend into the background. And it's just this never-ending cycle. And I'm mentioning all of this because the one character that had the hardest impact on this was certainly Tails. Alright, so let's move on to one of Tails' important moments in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, when Tails was trying to deactivate the energy shield from Gun's headquarters. Y'all thought that Tails would definitely solve this problem. He has the brains to do it. He has the brains to, solve anything. He's definitely capable to do all this stuff, but who came to help him? Knuckles did. Because in a couple scenes later, Knuckles punched his way through that shield and just deactivated the whole thing. That was all that was needed. Just a punch from Knuckles. So it really does make Tails look like he's not really a big of a help, because I think he just overcomplicates things way too much. He has his little computer out, trying to do all this stuff, trying to deactivate things, especially the energy shield. There's also one more important scene that Tails had a moment in, and kind of lost that moment with Knuckles' help yet again. And that was when Sonic was falling down to Earth through space, and he was, I guess, literally about to die, and Knuckles catapulted Tails directly to Sonic, and Tails was holding the ring on his way down to Sonic, but Tails unfortunately passed out, and then that's where Knuckles came in yet again to help save not just Tails, but Sonic. But yes, in the end of all the, Sonic movies, Sonic 2 and 3, hopefully 4, Tails is still, one of the most important characters in the Sonic universe, in the franchise, but in the movies, it's in the middle. I have my own opinions, you have your opinions, but I just think that Tails definitely deserved better in the movies. I mean, his roles were really good. His roles were definitely not horrible. They weren't bad. They were pretty good. They could have been better, and yeah, that is the end of this video about Tails the Fox and his roles in the movies, and how his situations went. And I really hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.